Hello, world. This is the Internet podcast. I'm your host, Trey.
And I'm your Jose. Let's get into it. Gary Owens, going through a divorce with his wife, went on the Wendy Williams show, and she asked him to go out for dinner. And he said he wasn't going to answer right there and then because he doesn't want to give them the gossip. He doesn't want to start rumors. And they were spotted out together after.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that whole situation?
All right. So, first, I feel that Wendy Williams, I understand it's, for TV. So you want to get the ratings, you want to get the buzz, you want to get all of that. So I understand why she asked him. But I still think that it was not tasteful. I think that she should, especially if you're going through a public divorce, to be putting him on the spot in front of everybody, in front of the world, and just be like, expecting him to give a truthful answer. I didn't think I didn't think that was cool. But I thought he handled it well as you can when you're being put on the spot. And as far as them being caught out, I didn't mind it because it could just be friends going out. So if we want to put something on and be like, he's technically cheating on his wife, I guess you could say, because I'm just saying if something more were to happen, it would be technically because they're still married. But I believe they are still
But they're
married, right?
separated. I mean, they have to be separated if they're going through
No,
the divorce.
no, they are separated, but they're still going through a divorce. So technically, they're still married. You know what I mean? So if somebody wanted to nitpick and say, it's still not a good look, I would understand that. But realistically, it could just be two friends going out. And, I don't see why his life would stop because he's going through a divorce. Well, that's how I see it. I think it was a bad look on Wendy Williams' part just for putting him on that spot. But as far as people gossiping and seeing them out, we don't know the extent of their relationship, so it's all gossip. How you feel about it?
At first, when I heard it, I was disappointed in Gary Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't think Wendy Williams is a beautiful black woman or anything of that sort, but it's because it's Wendy Williams and your business is going to be out there.
Yeah.
But the more I sat and thought about it, I realized this would be good for both of them.
Let me hear why.
Because if things don't work out between them,
Mm-hmm.
she will then in turn go on her show, badmouth him, talk garbage.
Yeah.
But because he's a comedian, he can always give his point of view and his perspective where it will be funny and that will be material for him. So even if they just went out this one time, he can take things from this exchange, this interaction, this conversation, this dinner, this date, and make jokes about it if need be.
That's
so
true.
I don't think anybody, I mean, at the end of the day, it changes nothing in my life. It does not change the taste of mustard. But at this point in my life now, hey, they're both grown. Let them do what they do. They'll be able to get some kind of interaction off of each other, some material off of each other. Yeah, and that's it. So
yeah. No, and I feel you. That's a different way to look at it. I didn't even think of it that way. That does work and it makes sense. I just saw it as, you know what I mean? Because the whole point is we all know she did it on a show. We don't know how serious she is about it. Like, really. Like, this could have all just been for entertainment. Put him on the hot seat so everyone would talk about it, which everyone did. And that could just be the extent of it, that she really has no real interest in him. And they could have just been hanging out really as friends and been like, yo, basically a shoulder to cry on for both of them, since, they both, she knows what he's going through right now. So, again.
And to be fair, how she asked him, it didn't seem like, hey, I'm thirsty and I want to pounce on you, because it really didn't seem that way. It was, hey, would you like to go out for dinner? I mean, yes, in hindsight, when you think about
I've
it,
always been attracted to you, or I always attracted. Like, she directly, at least for the show, made her intentions right on the table, you know?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't
Mhm.
hear all that part. I just
Okay.
heard, hey, you want to go out? And
Yeah.
he handled it how he handled it. But at the end of the day, and the fact of the matter is, they still were seen out. So
Yeah.
even if it was just for ratings for the show to get
Yeah.
people to talk, that's one thing. But now you guys were caught out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he entertained the idea and conversation. So, I mean,
Exactly.
it is what it is.
It is. And again, if they are even a couple, like I'm not gonna put my energy into their relationship. Like I really don't care, man. Wish them the best of luck. That's about it.
Yeah.
But overall, I just didn't think it was for the position he's in right now, where it's a public divorce, and his ex-wife, or his wife, or his soon-to-be ex-wife was bad mouthing him. To put him on the spot like that, I don't think it's good, knowing that he has to go through the court system and she might
Yeah.
use anything against him. I
Hmm.
understand. But yeah.
So, since we're on the relationship topics and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I saw a post where this girl says, "My boyfriend left me for someone he met online named Kara. He just moved out today to stay with her in Baltimore." She then wrote, "I'm Kara," with a smile on her face. What do you think about that?
I think.
Sorry,
Okay, go ahead.
can I go first?
No problem. Feel free.
Um, why are people so childish? If
Mhm.
you didn't want to be in a relationship, end it.
Okay, good.
End it. It goes back to the one we were talking about where the guy cheats on his girlfriend. She says the only way she'll take him back is if he tattoos her face on him 20 times. He does it. She doesn't take him back.
Yeah.
Same thing here. He may have been cheating on you. He may have dogged you. He may have treated you like garbage. And it was your way of getting back at him. So you decided, you know what? I'm going to go online, create this avatar, seduce him, make him up and leave me to think he's coming to be with her, when in reality I'm her and he will be SOL.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just call it George. Hey,
Oh,
you know
wow.
what? We're both adults. It's not working. You go your way, I'll go mine. I hope I see you never, and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the purpose of you. And this is why I'm saying I don't understand the purpose in all of this.
Okay.
You are wasting time and energy to pretend to be someone, to seduce him, when in reality, if that was the case, try a little harder in the relationship. Now, I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying that she did anything wrong.
Okay.
But if you were willing to do all that and you knew he was cheating on you, confront him, speak to him about it if you really cared, to say, hey, let's try to make something work. I don't understand why you're doing this. And if that's not the case, then walk away. That's it.
Okay.
Time is precious. It's not as long as you think it is. Why waste your time doing this? Move on.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You?
Um, I feel 100% opposite from the way you feel about this. I thought this was the best thing to ever happen, bro. Classic. I'm not for petty all the time, but when it's done right, oh my goodness, she killed it, bro. Now, she probably had a feeling. Like you said, he probably been treating her wrong, doing whatever, and she's just like, yo, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's doing something. And then she just so happens does her thing, starts speaking to him, and he's so into this new girl that he breaks up his relationship, his happy home, to run off with this new girl.
How
I
happy was
think,
the home really?
hey,
He broke up the home, if you want to call it something. Because
exactly.
it wasn't happy if
Eh,
she felt this way and he felt that way.
I agree. Okay, you're probably right on that. But at the end of the day, he still chose to leave a relationship to run after another relationship. That's why I don't feel bad for him. It'd be one thing if like it was just a bad trick, but no, he was like, I'm done with you. He didn't care about her feelings. He didn't care about what was gonna. He was like, yo, I'm done with you. I'm moving to meet with this my new girl now. That's his. So how can I feel bad for him? He got what was coming to him. He thought he found something better, and he ended up being SOL, like you like to say. I'm all for it personally, man. That's a hilarious to me. She got him good. She got him good. He played himself, bro, to the 10th degree. Played himself.
Might just break up.
Of course. But
Why
why
go through
break?
all that?
Because I would just tell you, I'm giving you a hypothetical. The reason you would go through all of that is because you're like, you know what, we're going through hard times. I understand. And I know it's much easier just to be an adult about it. So I'll clear that up. Disclaimer, a lot easier to be an adult about it. I wouldn't do this. But I'm just saying it's a lot. If you know you're going through these hard times and you're just like, I don't know if I could trust him. I don't know what he's going on. So she could have just started off as just seeing, playing childish games, but nonetheless reached out just to see, and he entertained it. And then it was cool. She might have been like, hey, he just needs someone to talk to. He might just be looking comfort somewhere else. Might not be that serious. Then he might have just went left field, bad mouthing his girl, saying, you know what, I wish my girl was more like you. And if it was up to me, I would leave her right now and be with you. And she's just like, word, you should do it then. If that's how you feel, maybe you should come on over with me on the better side. And he might just packed up his stuff and said, babe, I'm out. These are all just hypotheticals, but all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, he was not taking her feelings into consideration when he made his move. Therefore, I cannot feel bad for him. It's that simple. It's all childish. So I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not petty. All I'm saying is certain petties is easy for me to digest. This is one of them where I'm like, he played himself. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
I know you've seen this video where this girl is dating a professional trainer and she confronts him saying he cheated on her. She says, no, she didn't. And she continues to say, yes, you did. You smashed this girl that you were training. He says, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
She then says, I paid her $50 to basically seduce you.
Yeah.
So he says, I did not smash.
Yeah.
Calls her now or puts her up on the phone
Yeah. Interaction,
computer.
all three of them, yes.
Exactly. And when confronted, she said, yeah, she didn't. She doesn't, the girlfriend doesn't deserve a guy like that. So she lied so they'd break up so she can then get him.
Yeah.
We've seen stuff like this
Yes.
so many times.
But this is different though. She was the other girl.
No, I understand she was the other girl.
Yeah.
But once again, it's one of those things where they may have came to a cross. Okay, it may seem like I'm trying to defend him. I'm really not.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to defend petty and unpetty. There's no need to be petty about things. That's all I'm trying to
Sometimes,
defend. No,
sometimes,
there's
because
never.
this was a great example of when petty works. This was amazing. She totally got him to play himself. It's not like she kicked him out. It's not like she just said, "Hey, go with your heart," and his heart told him, "Go to Baltimore." Hey, that is classic. I'm sorry, yo. That is genius, yo. He got what he deserved. I'm sorry. And again, you know I'm a fella apologist. I'm all for my brothers, 100%. But when somebody plays a stupid game, they win a stupid prize. This guy was out there trying to live his best life, not caring about her feelings or what she's going through. And he was like, I found something better. And he went to go chase that. I'm all for it. I'm sorry to tell you. All for it.
Hey, I'm just saying, why waste your time playing stupid games? It ain't working. It ain't working. See ya. That's it.
But
But
she got him to show his hand. That's
it's
what's
fine.
amazing. That's what's
It's fine.
amazing.
There was another post. A girlfriend goes through her boyfriend's phone and sees that he's been texting another girl. So she then decides to put Nair in his shampoo bottle, mix it up, and then says to the boyfriend, hey, You want me to shampoo and condition your hair? So he comes and she videotapes her shampooing his head. She puts on a glove because she doesn't want to get on her hand and she rubs it in his head. Cool. She then shows that one of his dreads falls out and continues. There was then a follow up to that video where she says he up and left, took all this stuff and left. Has not spoke to her, blocked her on everything. She is now pleading for us, the people on the interwebs, to reach out to him and apologize on her behalf. She's really sorry. She wants him back.
So
stupid games get stupid prizes. What do you think about this situation?
I think now this is reversed. She played herself. Again, like that's the thing. In the first one, she got him to make a decision on his own life, which that's what makes it genius. This one, she took it in her own hands to be spiteful and vengeful and basically messed with this dude's hair. And it was a low blow. It was messed up. I don't know the extent of the texting and all that. That's another thing why I can't say. But regardless, in situations like that, when to me, shaving somebody again is, or balding somebody is a form of assault in a way. You know what I mean? You're doing something without someone's consent. And therefore maliciously, mind you. It's not an accident, maliciously. I think so. Therefore, that's when it crosses line. Then it's not okay. That's when, in my opinion, you should step away from a situation whenever you're going to harm them, whether physically or emotionally. Then I feel as though you should step away. So I think that she played herself because she thought, hey, I'm gonna get him, blah blah blah, whatever the case is. But in my opinion, clearly the offense wasn't as extreme as the punishment, because therefore she's trying to rush and get him back. So I think she probably went overboard and did whatever she did out of emotion and for social media, and realizing that she went too far. Now she's begging for him back. And again, now she gets what she deserves. He walks out of her life and he's like, yeah, stupid game wins stupid prizes, and she played herself. So I think that's when being petty is too far. I think that's when people just don't understand there's boundaries and limits, and that she crossed that line in any way you look at it. How you feel about it?
I feel like being petty is too far, period. What is the sense in being petty? What bothered me about that girl specifically, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think you guys were going to laugh about it and he was going to say, hey, my B, I shouldn't have been texting her. All right, cool. Now that I'm bald. What bothered me even more was the follow-up video. She didn't sound concerned, sad, remorseful, nothing. It was, oh my, dear me, can y'all help me? He up and left. You don't sound concerned. You don't even sound like you want him back. Give it a rest. You knew what was going to happen. He left. Say, hey, this is what my plan was. I got him back for hurting me.
Yeah.
I still don't condone you being petty, or anyone being petty for that matter.
Yeah.
But if you were going to stoop that low and do what you did, expect that was going to happen.
Exactly.
And that was it. That's just me.
What you're saying is 100% right, though. Like, again, she went too far, because that, like I said, assault could be a strong word, but that's just the only word that comes to mind when I'm thinking about someone doing something to hurt somebody. And therefore, it's like, that's when I won't even call it petty. It's just malicious. She did something to hurt him. She knew that cutting off his head or balding his head is going to hurt him. So I think that's too far. I think that can be a crime. That should be a crime, because if you're walking, sitting down, and you have long dreads, and someone comes up to you with scissors and cuts off your hair, again, that's assault. That's something. You know what I mean? People aren't
Mhm.
allowed to just attack you. It's some form of an assault, and therefore, I think she went too far. Um, but I think there's degrees of pettiness, and if she would have done something in the case of the other girl did by making him chase after a fake person, I can't be mad because you chose your hand. You have someone here waiting for you, but you chose to run after someone else. You're gonna get whatever you find. That's it. That's how I see it.
You remember the time the couple went online and found somebody, they were both cheating on each other, and went to find said person and
Yeah,
found out it was each other?
yeah.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I was,
What?
pardon me, I was going to say it could have been one of those situations where she catfishes him and now they rekindle a relationship because now he realizes, but that's just TV. Those are movies. That stuff doesn't really happen
Not
in
at
real
all.
life. So, and me
You
even thinking,
realized your partner was ready to leave you. That's what you found out in this whole thing, is that whether he's cheating or not, that's now besides the fact. Now the real point is you were ready to just leave me. Like you didn't even want me in the picture. You wanted to be loyal to this person. That
hmm,
changes. That's a game changer at this point. Like, so nah, I could see why she'd be like, go ahead, find happiness.
and, and once again, I'm not blaming her.
Mhm.
I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming anybody. Well, I mean, it is his fault.
100%.
He
It's all his
was
fault.
trying to do what he was
That's
doing.
what's hilarious about
But
it.
my thing is, it's just, anyways, maybe it's because I'm old. I don't care for the games.
Yeah.
So hearing people play these games, it just bothers me because there is no need. You don't
Mhm.
have to do all that.
Yeah.
If it's not working, that's it.
I
That's
feel
it.
you.
Just cut it off.
I feel you. And that's the way it
But
should be handled. You're right. But I'm here for the story. That's all I'm saying.